welcome back. We are going to read in our Reading Writers Workshop A Bird Named Fern. But we're going to start on page 138. So if you open your book to page 138, you'll see these words. And we talked a few minutes ago about our phonemes. And as we read these words, I want us to count the phonemes. So if you look on page 138, at the top, it says E-R, I-R, U-R, O-R. The letters E-R, I-R, U-R, and O-R can make the sounds you hear in the middle of term, bird, curl, and worm. And then I have replicated the 3 columns of words. So let's look at the first word. We have g-er-ul, and it is girl. Her. Turns. And that S has that nice Z sound in the end of that word. Shirt. Dirt. Dirt. Worked. Verb. Word. Word. Hurt. Third. First. Nurse. Good job. And you can see the number of phonemes in each word. Okay, look at the top of page 139. Read that top sentence to yourself. Okay, you ready? Let's read it together. Did that burst of thunder wake Herb? Read the second sentence to yourself. You ready? Herb woke up first and turned over. Great job. Your turn. Look for these words with ER, IR, UR, and OR in A Bird Named Fern. We have bird, herself, better, fern, her, turned, world, surprised, and first. Did you notice this word right here? Herself? What kind of a word is that? A compound word, because her is a word, self is a word. Nothing was taken out. They're just squished together to make a new word. Herself is a compound word. On page 140, at the top of the page, it says genre fantasy. Well, you know from previous stories, whenever we have a fantasy, we know that there are events in this story that could not really happen, and that we have animals or characters who act like humans. Our essential question this week, what can you see in the sky? Read how a bird named Fern learns about clouds. And this is called A Bird Named Fern. Turn to the next page. Little Fern was always full of questions. She wanted to know about everything in the world. One day, Fern saw something up in the sky. What is that big white boat doing in the sky? She asked herself. I want to find out. Turn the page. It would be great to ride on that big white boat, Fern said. So she stretched her wings and took off. Fern's wings helped her climb up, up, up. But when she got close to the boat, she was surprised. The boat looked like a fluffy bed. Fern was sleepy and wanted to rest. So she leaped on the bed, but she fell right through it. I see another bed, said Fern. I will try to land on that one. But the same thing happened again. I'd better go home, cried Fern. Maybe Mom and Dad can explain this. So Fern began to fly home. As she did, the beds turned dark gray. Then it started to rain. Poor Fern was soaked when she got home. Where were you? Asked Mom and Dad. Fern told them all about her trip. First, we will dry you off, said Mom. Then we will teach you about clouds, added Dad. And that is what they did. Make connections. What did the clouds look like to Fern? Well, if we go back to the beginning, first the cloud looked like a boat. Then it looked like a fluffy bed. Then another fluffy bed. But then they got all gray and nasty. Well, if we ever get a nice day, we can go out and sit outside and look at the clouds and see what you see. I can remember doing that when I was a kid, or even when my kids were little. We would go out and look at the sky and look at the clouds and see what we saw. It's kind of a fun activity to do. So I hope you liked the story, A Bird Named Fern. Don't forget to go back and reread it to yourself or to an adult or your stuffed animal or your dog or your cat, whoever you want. These are great pieces of literature, and the more you read them, the better reader you will become. Try changing your voice the way that I did, and make sure you're really reading the punctuation and changing the inflection of each word. I'll see you soon.